Hello, this is Amy Cawley, student number A00192233. I'm just going to talk you through my concept map. The theme I chose was community arts, as you can see here. I picked 5 articles and I read the 5 articles and wrote down the main points for each article and picked out the common themes. So the first article was called "The Arts Matter in After School." This article focuses on arts in after school, and here are some of the main points. It talks about the services offered to youth after school hours. It discusses the benefits of art in education and how art in education takes place during school hours. How art can have an impact on youth in relation to substance abuse and crime prevention. It discusses how art can foster a positive community and build relationships in the community. One of the key issues in community arts is funding, and how lack of money can present a series of problems, because if there's not enough money, then usually community arts will suffer. And it targets youth in high poverty communities, and the biggest theme here is obviously community development. The second article was called "The Curtain Rises," how community-based arts contribute to youth and community development. This art also focuses on art in after school, and the main points here was how art can connect the community, how it can bring people together from all ethical backgrounds. It discusses the benefits of young people working with more experienced artists, and also in this article funding was another issue. How a lack of funding can lead to missed opportunities for those who can't afford to take part in community arts programs. Also how art can unite people of all ethnic backgrounds. Community arts programs help you to develop skills such as communicating and listening. It helps build relationships. It discusses situated learning, and it also debates why art belongs in our education programs and how art has an impact on youth. Third article was called "Engaging a Developmentally Disabled Community Through Arts-Based Service Learning." This article focuses on community art in relation to people, both young and old, with disabilities, and some of the main points: how we as society views people with disabilities. It discusses arts organisations, both non-profit organisations and the latter. It discusses developing skills such as communication and listening, which, as you can see, came up in the other 2 articles as well. Funding again was another issue, and how there is a lack of funding in community arts. One of the key themes here was inclusion, and how people with disabilities in the community are able to come together. It discusses using art as a therapeutic coping mechanism for people with disabilities or mental health problems. Discusses how community arts meets the community needs and promotes a better understanding of adults and children with disabilities. Fourth article was called "Re-engaging at-risk youth through art, the Evolution Programme." This article discusses community arts in relation to at-risk youth. Here are some of the main points. It discusses youth at risk and youth who are not at risk. It discusses community arts programs and how these can help build relationships, how art can help youth connect positively with others. It discusses mental health issues and how arts can be of benefit. Once again, community arts can be seen as a therapeutic coping mechanism. It discusses after-school arts programs and how disengaged youth can miss out on opportunities. It discusses how disengaged youth miss out on education, and this can lead to lack of unemployment. But if they take part in community arts, then it can help them get positive attitudes, which can improve these areas. Lack of funding was also an issue here. Develop skills, listening, communication, and meeting goals. And one of the key themes here was continuous learning, and how community arts, you're always learning something new. The last article I read was called "Remembering Camp Dreamcatcher, Art Therapy with Children Whose Lives Have Been Touched by AIDS or HIV." This article is about art therapy and working with children whose lives have been affected by HIV or AIDS. the main points here was how our community arts help give back to the community, how volunteering is a key issue in community art and we need more people to volunteer. It also discusses the benefit of volunteering both for the participants and the volunteer. It also discusses lack of funding and the need to have to work without pay. It discusses children working in an environment supported by their peers and the benefits of art therapy. Once again, it mentions how art can be used as a therapeutic coping mechanism, developing skills such as listening and communication, and the importance of reaching out to the community and having a positive relationship with the community. And again, as per all the articles we have read before, building relationships was the key theme here in the final article that I read. As you can see here at the bottom, these are the common themes that I came across in all 5 of the articles. Peer support, building relationships, non-profit organisations, help build confidence, uniting people of all ethnic backgrounds, health and social issues, children at risk, enhanced skills, service learning, society in general, and how community arts, there's a lot of trust involved in community arts. And the biggest theme across all 5 articles was that they were to do with community arts, especially with the youth and adolescents. So that is my concept map.